Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. So, current time of 9:06 a.m. on this Saturday, on May 28th. And first, just want to say happy Saturday, everybody. Respect to recording time of 9:06 a.m. on the Eastern time. Ethereum currently trading at 1,780. $1,782, up about 3.31% so far. Just woke up right now. I'm grabbing my cup of coffee, so still getting my tongue muscle to be working, I guess. So typically, it definitely requires some certain type of energy, and I guess my facial or my jaw muscle to be aligned before my broadcasting, if you may. So across the spectrum, I was just like looking at the news, looking into what are the things that we should be anticipating going forward. Knowing the fact that we are in this weekend, on this Memorial Day weekend, the U.S. That's gonna do right from today all the way to the 30th. So we do have technically about 3 days, or like 2.5 days now. Knowing the fact that it's already 9 a.m. in the Eastern time, in the morning. And with respect to the typical type of weekend affectation, yesterday we saw some sort of rebound, that was quite robust across the equity market. At the same time, we saw some drag pull across the crypto market as well. But in respect to the pullback, or the pull up, if you may, it's been just kind of bouncing on a sideways fashion, right? Among the levels that we identified so far collectively. And if you talk about specifically for Ethereum, that's 1860 versus the 1700. And you can see that as of this morning, with the weekend affectation that occurred yesterday on Friday as the market closed, we've been levitating around that level. And you could see that throughout the night, we bounced clearly from the 1700. And contingent on lack thereof, media affectation that's negative. I foresee it's going to be relatively just flat couple of days coming. Contingent on the international side of the house, which is still kind of up in the air. We don't know. Technically on the 30th, despite or the 29th, the U.S. market is closed, but the overseas market is still open, right? So we could potentially see some volatility coming. But the volatility is something that's expected with respect to the frames of the technical resistance level that we identified so far. So 1860, 1700, which is a critical level. And if we break 1700, we do have some level to go down to, which we'll identify in a bit in our technical analysis. And something you should also be aware of, this is something that I want to remind you, is that despite we have a shorter week next week, obviously, from the 30th, the next Friday, on June 3rd specifically, job report is going to be coming out, right? And the job report is going to be reflecting on the April number, and contingent on obviously how positive or negative is the job report, it will have some influential power onto the market dynamics, knowing the fact that the Fed's mandate specifically is looking at the job numbers, right? And if we have a negative job numbers, obviously it will foreshadow a negative sentiment among the equity market, and obviously with respect to the crypto market, potentially on raising the interest rates, right? And based on the previous verbiage from economists and Jerome Powell himself, not in a confirmatory perspective, we see that 50 basis point on the next rate hike can be possible. So we'll see how that goes. And also with respect to the FOMC meeting, that's gonna lay on the so after next Friday, it'll be basically a week and a half out, on to 14th and 15th, which will be the official FOMC meeting on hearing from Jerome himself on the economic outlook, right, with respect to the rate hikes and also with respect to fighting inflationary pressure heads on, right? So again, the reminder on the dates are the 3rd, right, June 3rd, which is next Friday, and then 2 basically weeks out from now would be on the 14th and 15th, which is the FOMC meeting. So a lot of changes, a lot of volatility might be coming. So let's just look out for it. And respect to recording time, again, 9:11 a.m. on the Eastern time. We are in between levels again, right? 1700 versus 1860 as the two resistance levels. Right now, we are at the 32 out of 70 right now. Looking closely, relatively stale in terms of momentum, just kind of flat, trade on a sideways fashion, not really doing much as expected. So if we get some positive signals coming during this weekend, we should technically come back up, but linger around like 1860 again. But if we have negative signal, we will potentially just come back down to like the 1699 from here, just kind of linger on the sideways fashion. And what would happen if we break the 1700, right? So let's just go back like long time ago. If we break that level, you'll ideally go down to somewhere that's relatively submerged to somewhere around like the 1500. If you break the current level right now, right? So let's just like pull these back up with respect, to prior technical levels. So something to look out for. I have to like draw the charts, respectively to make sure that we are up to date. But yeah, those are the levels that we need to kind of watch out for in the meantime, because the next like real level is going to be somewhere around like 1575 based on my historical recollection. And it's a long time ago, right? So that tells you that 1700 that we're at currently is relatively substantive. So we'll see how that goes, right, with respect to the next Friday job numbers and then the subsequent FOMC meeting. And then Bitcoin, with respect to the current level, we're still lingering around the 30,000 versus 28,500. So if we break 28,500, we're going to go down to, again, right, 25,500. If we go up, we'll go to 30,500 from here. And with respect to Ethereum Classic, we are at the $23 basically. Anywhere from current level down to somewhere around like the 1850 is still logical to DCA. Right now, we're probably it's okay at the 46 out of 70 right now, so it's not ideal, but it's neutral. So we need to watch, can we actually break above the 50, which we could see that clearly at one point on the 24th of May, 4 days ago, we couldn't, right? So there's a relatively sizable resistance level at somewhere around like the 2450 or above. Dogecoin up about 0.5%, 8 cents right now, anywhere from current level down to basically 750 all the way to 650, basically all the flat numbers. Cardano at the 46 right now, anywhere from current level down to somewhere around like the 45, 40, 35 respectively. Solana is still selling off right now, so let me just go to the daily perspective again. You could see that clearly right now we are trying to rebound from the level that we identify, with respect to 3794, which is the level 38 basically, on the rebound. And right now we try to come back up, because we bounced from the resistance level and we were highly submerged at the 27 out of 70. So try to come back up to the next level, which is 49.75, so 50. And then going up all the way to 71 would be the next level of leap up. XRP is down about 2.5%. Anywhere from current level down to somewhere around like the 37. I like all the flat numbers, right? 40, 35, 30 respectively. Polkadot's down about 3%. Anywhere from current level down to somewhere around like the $8. So like flat numbers again, like $9.50, which is where we're at right now. $9, $8.50 respectively. Algorand's up about 4% so far. Like we're basically trading on flat numbers again, like 35, 30, respectively downwards, like on the intervals of 5s basically. Shiba Inu is in the mid levels right now, so 1400 was the level of resistance. We broke that, and then subsequently going down to 900, so which we got there. So we're in between levels right now. So Shiba Inu is like basically relatively near the levels of over extended rock bottom basically. MACTAG down about 3%, 60 cents right now, anywhere from current level down to basically 50, 55, all the levels that we identify as flat numbers. AVAX, $23. So all the flat numbers again, right? 23, 22.5, 22 respectively at the 27 out of 70 right now. All right, so those are the timelines and the dates that we should be, mindful of. That's coming. Again, it's on the 3rd of June and then 14th and 15th. So let me know if you have any questions, and have a good rest of the Memorial Day weekend, I guess, for the ones in the US, and for those are in the weekend internationally, have a good one as well. Have a good, take care, guys.